AudioVerse is an online tool that helps you memorize Scripture by generating audio files for the verses that you're memorizing. You can add any verse from anywhere in the Bible in whichever translation you'd like, and AudioVerse will generate those audio files for you so that you can listen to your memory verses anywhere you go and anytime you like, whether on a smartphone, tablet, or a desktop computer. And so I'm logged into my account now to demonstrate how it works, and this is the All Verses page. This is where I can see everything that I'm currently memorizing. And I can scroll through the list and see that my most recent verses are at the top, and that's helpful because oftentimes those are the ones I really need to be working on. And I can also change the way that they're displayed. I can click Sort Canonically, and then they are displayed as they are found in Scripture, Genesis through Revelation. And I can click the play button next to any one of these verses to hear them. We'll do that in just a second, but first let's add a new verse by clicking the orange Add a Verse button. Now on this page we can memorize any verse from anywhere in the Bible, but we just paste the verse text right in. And so let's memorize Psalm 11 verse 4. We'll paste the verse text in and key in the reference and then click the Add Verse button. After it has been added, we can either add some more verses in on this page or click the blue View All button. Now, I'll just say too that you can actually add in multiple verses at one time on this same page so that you don't have to enter them one at a time. We could actually paste multiple verses in just like this and then key in the passage reference, which would be Psalm 11 verses 5 through 7, and then click Add Verse. So now that we've done that, we will come back to the View All page, and we can see that already it has created the audio file for us on Psalm 11 verse 4. And if we just click this refresh button, we'll see that already it has created the audio file for that passage as well, and we can listen to any one of them by clicking the play button.
The Lord is in his holy temple, the Lord's throne is in heaven, his eyes behold, his eyelids try, the children of men. Psalm 11 verse 4.
And I'll stop it there, but really AudioVerse would just continue looping that verse for me again and again so that I could really listen to this verse constantly over the course of an hour if I'd like, and of course at the end of that hour I would be pretty familiar with that passage, so it's very helpful for memorization. Now, if you're like me, oftentimes you find yourself reviewing the same set of verses pretty consistently, especially if they are part of a larger passage or even a whole chapter. And so in AudioVerse, you can create a custom playlist of verses if you find yourself reviewing the same verses very often. And so we can create a playlist by clicking the blue New Playlist button, and then we'll just give this new playlist a name, such as Psalm 119 verses. I'll click the Create Playlist button, and I can see that it has been created and added to my list of playlists. And so I'll just click on the playlist, and now I'll add the verses to the playlist that I'd like. Now below is actually a list of all of the verses in my account, so I can pick anything that I'd like to add. Let's go ahead and add everything from Psalm 119. I'll just use the search features at the top to find those, and then click Select All, and then click the green button, Add Selected Verses to Playlist. And so now, here's my playlist. Everything that I just added is available to play, and I can listen to them one at a time, or I can select all of the verses and then click the Play Selected button at the top, and AudioVerse would actually play those for me sequentially so that I don't have to click on each verse when I'm ready to move on to it. It would just go from one to the next for me. And so that's AudioVerse in a nutshell. Again, it works great on desktop, laptop, mobile, as well as tablets. And so it's completely free. You can sign up at scripturememory.com/audioverse.